Kike SARASOLA'yı bırakmayacağım. Çünkü neden? Bir şey başarmak istiyorsak, bir şeyi elde etmek istiyorsak bir kez hayal kurmamız gerekiyor. Biz bu ülkede hayal kurmayı unuttuk. Çok uzun süredir. Hayal kurmadan başarı kazanmamız mümkün değil. Ne başarısı istiyor olabiliriz? Yani hedefimiz ne? Turizmde ne yapmaya çalışıyoruz? İçimizden çıkardığımız akıllar, zekalar, yaratıcı düşünce, o yaratıcı düşüncenin getirdiği yatırım, bütün bu yatırım bir acaba mikroklima yaratıyor mu? Aslında bir iklim yaratıyor mu? Bir ekosistem oluşturuyor mu? O ekosistemin içine hangi zekaları koyabiliyoruz ve kaç kişiyiz? Şimdi İspanya Turizm Bakanlığı kendisine altın madalya vermiş. Niye verdiğini biraz araştırdım. O kadar farklı, o kadar yaratıcı, o kadar inovatif, o kadar ezber bozucu bir karakter ki diyor. O kadar vizyoner ki diyor. O kadar trend belirleyici bir inatçı karakteri var ki diyor. Bilmediğimiz bir şekilde turizme dokundu. Açtığı oteller 24 otel 14 ayrı şehirde. Dünyanın en iyi tasarımcılarıyla bir araya getirerek yeni bir zeka, yeni bir tüketici kitlesi, yeni bir turizm akımı yaratmayı başardı diyor. Bir iddia sahibi birinden bahsediyoruz Sarasola'dan bahsederken aslında. Yani challenging yourself is a way of life diyor. Yani kendi kendinizin aslında rakibisinizdir. Başaracağım, daha iyisini yapacağım, daha iyisini üreteceğim. İnsanların istediklerini vermek nasıl bir şey? Sir, you say simply our goal is to improve people's lives. How do you do that? We are eager to hear your vision. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I hope my presentation is ready. Your roommate group. Okay, I'm having fun. Gentlemen, I love my industry. I love my hotels. And roommate is a philosophy of life. It's a philosophy of how you treat your clients. Because if you don't have your client in your mind, you are not doing it correctly. You have to think of it. So many times people say they put a lobby, the reception is very high. Why don't they put themselves in the client's shoes? Which is something that I did since the beginning. I own 70% of the company. The Zara family own the other 30%. They have been my partners since almost the beginning. This year we have done a turnover of 107 million, which is 101 million with my hotel company and B-Mate, which is my hotel company, my apartment company, and we passed the $100 million, which we're a small company. It's been a great success. The best way to travel is visiting a friend who takes care of you, who tells you where to go. That's why each one of my hotels has the name of a fictional friend. For example, Pau is passionate, seductive, and considerate. He's in Barcelona. Grace is creative, eloquent, and cosmopolitan. With that in mind, I go to a famous decorator and I tell him, listen, I want you to decorate this fictional friend's house. So all my hotels have a name, a character, and they are all different. They are all done by the best decorators in the world, Jean Nouvel, Karim Rashid, Patricia Urquiola. So at the end, it becomes an experience, an affordable luxury experience. As I said before, my company began when I didn't find a hotel that I really wanted to stay in New York. So I said, why don't I do it myself? I come from the sports world. I participated in 3 Olympic Games in Barcelona, Atlanta, and Sydney. So I lived in hotels. I knew exactly what I liked and what I disliked in hotels. So that's why I like to say I'm from outside the industry. So if the hotel industry goes this way, be sure I'm going the other way. Why? Because you have to open your mind. You have to think differently. Because if you follow the trends, you follow what everybody's doing, you're going nowhere. The 3 B's. Gentlemen, bed, bath, and breakfast. That's the most important thing. That's our DNA in a hotel. If you stay in one of my hotels and you like that, you will like that in all the hotels. The only difference is the decoration. When I was traveling so much, I don't know about you, but for example, I hate it when breakfast finishes at 10 in the morning. Why? I went out last night, I want to sleep in, breakfast until 12, gentlemen. It's a little bit more expensive because it's one more person in the breakfast room, but it's much better for the client. So you cannot imagine how many people like my chain just for that little thinking about the client, putting themselves in your client's shoes. If your room is not sold until 7 o'clock in the afternoon, why are they knocking on the door at 12 o'clock? That's something that's completely against the client. Let him late check out. Then you can charge him after 2, like we do, a little fee. But this theory of hotels that everything has to be until 10, until 12. No, I do it differently and it's going very well. I was the first hotelier to give free Wi-Fi in the city. I give all my guests a little router and 6 people around them can connect to free Wi-Fi in all the cities, in New York, in Miami, in Mexico. That is something thinking about the client. That's something I looked for in other hotels and I couldn't find. Location. In my circumstance, location is the most important thing. I'm in Times Square, I'm in everywhere, it's central location, in Gran Via, always location. Here I'm in Kurucu, so always location. This is, for example, I'm going to show you pictures of my hotel. This is my hotel here in Istanbul called Emir. It's beautiful. It's done by Lazara Rosa Violan, and it's 50 suites and apartments. We restored all the old 3 old palaces. This is my hotel in Milan. It's right next to El Duomo. And you always have to think that I'm affordable luxury. For example, my hotel in Milan, average price is 250 euros. My hotel in Istanbul is 140, 130. This is Milan. This is my newest property that I opened in Madrid called Alba, done by Lorenzo Castillo. This is in San Sebastian. It's a beautiful property in the center of the cities. This is my new property in Rome, which I did with the Jean Nouvel. It's beautiful, it's an old palace, and inside it's like very eclectic, very Jean Nouvel. And it's an incredible experience. This is Paris, done by Lorenzo Castillo. As you see, all my hotels are different. It becomes an experience. When I have more than one hotel in a city, you can go to the modern one, to the more classical one. This is in Amsterdam, done by Tomás. This is Barcelona, done by Lorenzo Castillo. And we are going into our first beach hotel. Blackstone, the big firm, has bought us our first hotel in Mallorca, and it's called Olivia, done by Jaime Beristain. It's a 400-bedroom hotel. So we're going into the beach market. So if anybody, I'm looking at Bodrum as well. I'm looking at more things. So I would like to grow more into this sector. We have 10 hotels already signed all over the world. Second one in Paris, Malaga, our third one, San Sebastian, and we have already 3,600 rooms signed. This is since 2005. Our company is growing exponentially. We are doubling the company every 2 to 3 years. These are the ones we are in due diligence right now. These are projects that we are studying with our lawyers and will become true in the next 6 months. So we are doubling the company and we're going to be 4,700 rooms in 2 years. Gentlemen, this has been a fun story. I've had fun. I've liked it. I've had fun doing my hotels and doing something different. If all my hotels were exactly alike, how boring it would be. We have 85% occupancy in the hotels. We have 35 direct sales, and how do I get that? We were talking about social media. Social media, what is not communicated, does not exist. So we are all the time on the press. We are very good at that, doing events, doing things with locals, word of mouth. We do a lot of things with the locals. Each hotel of mine does things with the local community, and that makes you the buzz, buzz, buzz, buzz. We make love to our client. We don't do a quickie. We want them to come back. We want them to think of us as their partner, their lovers. We've had 1.2 million people enjoyed Roommate this year. And gentlemen, happiness is profitable. I'll talk about that later. BMate is my apartment company. It's been going very well. We are different. We do a full management. We do apartments with hotel services. Instead of fighting Airbnb, we went to do something different. So we have 35% turnover growth. We have 70% occupancy. And our apartments, buildings especially, we do individual apartments and we also do whole buildings. Where most probably we'll have our first BMate here in Istanbul in the next 6 months. These are some of the apartments that we do, which are, gentlemen, when the hotel industry is trying to cut this, it's impossible. The client is the one who decides what he wants to do. So you cannot prohibit something. This is in Mexico City. This is in Milan. This is in Mexico City as well. These are in Barcelona. This is in Madrid, the next one we're doing. We're opening 16 new buildings in the next 18 months. Roommate Ecolution. Gentlemen, we have to be green. Our industry has to turn green. I am the first hotel company in the world which all the uniforms in my hotel company are completely done from recycled bottles done from the Mediterranean. We partnered with EcoAlf and that beautiful uniform is all recycled. We have done a whole set of uniforms, plastic bottles. All the water in our companies are recycled plastic. Eco-sustainability, 80% less paper and plastic. Gentlemen, the millennials want to see that we do this. And trust me, they really look at it. Human sustainability, that's another one of my big issues right now. We have to make our clients, internal client, which is somebody who works for us, happy. And suddenly I was coming in one of the long trips from America, and I was thinking, how can I make my clients, internal clients, my roomies, my roommate people, happier? And I thought, my God, it's been August, how can I do it? And I said, I'm going to give them 1 more week of vacation, a day off during the week of their birthday, and if they their wife gets pregnant, the man and the woman get 1 month more. Gentlemen, that has cost me 1% only. So if you look at your numbers and you think, how much does it cost? I challenge you to do it, because my CFO said it's going to be much more, and it was only 1%. So I have the happiest staff in the world. I have the human sustainability, because that way shows to the clients. Tourism, where are we going? Gentlemen, the phase of redecorating, reforming, restructuring, we're there. You guys are there. Turkey is booming. I love how things are going. The projects that you have shown here, the 3 major projects, the Galata port, the other one, Turkey, the airport. You have the best airline in the world. Gentlemen, with your head, please. You have to get the authorities, the politicians, to talk with the industry and to talk with the locals. Because you have to see where your countries are going, where your cities are going. You cannot do the mistake that we have done in Barcelona to let 10 cruise lines go into Barcelona the same day. That means 50,000 people going to the Topkapi or walking down the Ramblas. So think, where do you want to be in 3-4 years' time? But that's a conversation which is a great threat for the tourism, is we have to sit down and talk, all of us. These are things from the WTTC. 1 out of 10, and in the future 1 out of 9 people are going to be working in our industry. In the new jobs that are going to be created, 1 out of 4 is going to be from the tourism industry. Gentlemen, our industry is booming. We have to take care of it. We cannot let the politicians and the people blame us for everything that's happening. We have to control the flows, not let 400 low-cost airplanes land. We cannot let 10 cruise liners into the same city the same day. We have to think. We have to think, what do we have to do? That is something that I wanted to say, that Turkey and Spain are so much alike. You guys have heritage, you guys have culture, you guys have mixture of cultures. You have so many things, just like us. You guys are a gateway, a portway to all of Asia and all your region. We are a gateway to South America, to all the peoples of our influence. So what do we have to do? We have to think. How can we make this for a long term? Not just, oh, we want to open 20,000 hotel rooms. No, open different cities. In Spain, we have done something good. We have done the foodie route, foods in the north of Spain. Fantastic museums. We have put up to the standards of fantastic cities, second-tier cities in Spain. Malaga, Bilbao. We have given them museums. We have given them things so that the client goes. Because you don't want just beach and sun. Don't do that mistake. We already did it. You guys have to have something more. And I see you're doing it, because when you're doing the Galata port, you're putting restaurants, you're putting new local artisans. Do that. Do things that make it local, because I get so bored. Another Dior shop. No, how boring. No, give me something local. Give me something that you can really go to and relate. And also, it's very important. You don't want one client, a tourist who comes once. You want them to repeat. Oops. Attract talent and dignify the tourism sector. Gentlemen, we have been attacked. They are blaming us for many things. We have to dignify our sector. And how do we do it? We get it by getting talent. Getting people who really love our industry, people who want to work with us. And how do we do that? Languages, of course, that's the most important thing. We have to get good talent. And also we have to dignify. I think all the sector, and especially people who have had success, have to go back to society and community. We are developing a project in Madrid, which is a platform, which we are getting local people who have been successful in the tourism industry to go to schools and talk to the young children so that they can see that in this career, it's a career where you can start cleaning plates in a hotel and you can end up president of the company. Those are many success stories, and that happens. You can go from the top, bottom to the very top in an industry. It's an industry which is for men and women. So we have to put ourselves in value, which is something I think we really do not done and we do not do. What do we need? Language, digital skills, critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence. That is something that we all need. And how do we do this? This is something that we have to put back to our politicians. We have to put back to our society. We, as an industry, are going to be the top producers in the world. We are going to be 10 to 11% of the national world economy, and we produce the wealth of 11%. So, gentlemen, we have to make ourselves known. We have to have ministries of tourism. We have to do more with us. We have to talk, and we have to be more united. We have to really put an upfront, because we have the best industry in the world. And to end my presentation, I hate the word hospitality. It reminds me of hospitals. So I invented a word called Happytality, because that's our industry. We make people happy. Thank you.